Welcome to this brief demonstration of the Lavastorm Analytics engine. In this demonstration, we're going to be talking about the power of data discovery that the Lavastorm Analytics engine provides you through its visual analytic model. Data discovery allows you to quickly bring together distinct data sources and to follow the path of the data, letting one insight lead to the next series of questions. Here is a typical analytic application that's been created with the Lavastorm Analytics engine. As you see, there are graphical items that are taking in data from a variety of different sources. If we open these up, there's 6 different databases and text files that are bringing in order information from all parts of the organization. We're combining that with installation information, including information from a scheduling system that's on site, and timesheet data that actually comes from a third party. And finally, we're bringing together information from various trouble tickets. Some that come from a call center, some that come from my self-service customer portal. One of the valuable parts about data discovery, which is shown here, is that with the Lavastorm Analytics engine you can bring together very distinct types of data and do so incredibly fast. Maybe 1/10 of the time that it would take using a traditional database or spreadsheet model, without the overhead of creating an overarching data schema or a series of tables to handle that data type. In fact, here you see that we're joining very distinct data. Some of the details that come from the trouble tickets in this case are being joined up with the data from our installation system. This includes very rich data, such as the narrative that goes along with every installation that took place. So here we can join that data together very easily using simple joins and combine that data for further analysis. But what I wanted to highlight here is some additional capability about data discovery. So getting the data together is only one part of the story. The other part of the story is once you have all the data together is to be able to push and probe and twist and turn the data in any way that you see fit. To allow you to do that, we have a library of nodes or business controls that allow you to do statistical functions, various filtering, joining, etc. And here you see some of the analysis that I've done already. For instance, I'm trying to get to the root cause of a customer service issue. And I take in my trouble ticket information, I perform some manipulations on it. In this case, I'm filtering down to only the trouble tickets that have been entered more than once. So these so-called chronic troubles are things that I figured might be the root cause of my problem initially. When I investigated that data, I didn't see any glaring issues there. So I went on to a different path. And I decided to combine that data by telephone number with the order details information. Again, I applied some filters, looked at the chronic troubles. Again, I did not find anything that appeared to be the source of the problem. This is the data discovery approach. Look at the data and let it show you the path to the answer. We're not assuming any knowledge of the data, and we're not assuming the answer before we start down our exploration and discovery approach. Ultimately, I can do very flexible things with the data. So if I wanted to add a new path, I could simply add new controls. I can drop them onto the palette and configure them very easily. In this case, I'm pulling off data from this one particular point in the model. And the power of the visual model is that I can see all of the analysis that's taken place beforehand. I can pull off from any one point that data. So if I wanted to filter on that data, I could pull off from any point in the model. I could be directing the data through this filter. It allows me to explore very freely using any part of the model at all. So in this case, I'm looking at trouble tickets on the particular service that I'm having an issue with. I'm joining it with the installation information that I've collected. And I'm also breaking that down by the time period of when the trouble ticket was initiated. So I've got some logic here that I'm looking at the trouble tickets that were initiated within 7 days and also after 30 days. But I've got the data here that goes between 7 and 30 days. I just haven't applied that logic to that thread. If I wanted to do that logic and apply that same kind of logic which in here is giving me a histogram of the problems by technician, I can simply copy and paste that logic and reconnect it in the way that I see fit. So just to make sure these are connected, taking the data feed off of there, taking the data feed off of here, joining it together, and now this is all connected. Let me run this first. If I want to look at the data, I simply double click on the pins and I get a histogram of the results. I get 8 issues by this technician, 7 by this, 6 by this. Not a glaring issue there either. But I'm exploring different paths, and I can do so quickly so that I can get to the root cause within no time. Ultimately, I can do pretty complex logic. So in this case, I'm bringing in additional forms on the installation, looking at particular types of equipment, zeroing in on particular types of equipment associated with the service that I'm investigating, turning that into histograms. Ultimately down here, I get a table that shows that one particular equipment type is responsible for the vast majority of the issues that I'm discovering. That's my aha moment. Now I think I'm onto something. After evaluating all these different paths, I think I have a problem associated with one particular equipment type. So I hope you enjoyed this very brief demonstration of the Lavastorm Analytics engine. What you've seen here in this demonstration is the power and flexibility that the visual model provides, which gives you the power to explore and through that to discover new insights and to uncover the root cause of issues that may be facing your organization today. Thank you very much.